I'ma get by, know why? Cause I'm a beast. I don't fear nothing in this world except police. You accept the police by side, giving speech, giving descriptions on who and where I be. Why you wanna pick on me? Because you're not me. Them Jews is icy, them shoes is pricey, complexions icy, feet always in Nikes. Best that I ever got over thotties and Eli. Cardi is the truth, no big plans or hobbies, no big plans or hobbies, just big bands and lobbies. You know. Do it for the team. What you gonna do it for? Do it for the team. How low can you go, man? Do it for the team. Shorty looking mean, that is sad tight jeans, that Maybelline sheen. She remains the top queen, it remains to be seen. What nigga to make dreams? Who can skate things? Who can shake things? Take trips to New Orleans, bring back them pure things, break down them whole things. Deserve like 4 rings. Turn my barrel to a circus, something like 3 rings. And let my chain swing, it ain't nothing but a G thing. I'm doing my G thing, wherever the beat bang, wherever the fiends hang. I'm serving that gas. My brain is like, man, you dealing with poo stains. You the best thing smokes the days of Soul Train. So my first M around the days of Soul Plan. I just ride around getting the shout outs to 2 Chainz. Put some respect on my name. Shout out, yeah, my large shit got that Birdman, and it's protected by Lil Wayne. It's worked by Young Thug, so it's YCMB in it. Canary yellow diamonds, it look like somebody peed in it. Cherry red Yeezys on, I'm singing it, I'm bleeding it. Cardi bars is crack, others said they needed it. Do it for the team. Do it for the team. How low can you go, man? Do it for the team. Do it for the team.
She go to work, tip top. Love the way she move that body, wine, y'all. Freaky, let's get it. Won't love her, no kiki, still she bound to bust it open. Almost every time she see me, let me drown. It get wavy in your waters, yeah. You do it right, I just might call you back. She say it's better with no strings attached, yeah. Lil' shorty smart, she only speaking fact. I got the juice, I got the sauce, I got the swagger. You got some, then I got some, but I know my is better. Yeah. I'm on the south side, little north, what's happening? I like bad who get 100 likes with no captions, yeah.
Boston, she go to work, tip top. Love the way she move that body, wine, yo. I Boston, she go to work, tip top. Love the way she move that body, wine, yo.
Pull up, wreck, we full, yeah. No hands, Lord. That dead. Lil' mama could work it. You know what you got. Yeah. We link up the slide, but don't forget the top. OMG, now make it bounce. She don't like to miss a beat. It gotta count. She just pushing. You got it. Looking too much cake for my health. Yet I love when she cooking. Shorty colder than ice. You should see when she melt. You should lower the belt. Cassette in the mood. When she want it, she get it. There ain't nothing to prove. When she want it, she get it.
There ain't nothing to prove.
I got the juice, I got the sauce, I got the swagger. You got some, then I got some, but I know my is better. I'm on the south side, little north, what's happening? I like bad who get 100 likes with no captions, yeah.
Boston, she go to work, tip top. Love the way she move that body, wine, yo. I Boston, she go to work, tip top. Love the way she move that body, wine, yo. I Boston, she go to work, tip top. Love the way she move that body, wine, yo.
Prices on the key, prices on the key. What's the prices on the key? Prices on the key, prices on the key. Colliding against acting like me. Switch style, started rapping like me. I put that on fire, you ain't trapping like me. Talking big money, what's the prices on the key? I was 15 running with them GDs. But you know what I'm claiming, flaming, banging big beats. And now I'm pop Molly, but the Rari on E. Rolling up gas, Bob Marley OG. 7,000 for the rollie, ain't even bust down yet. 2-door Beamer, I ain't even drove around yet. Looking for me, I ain't even hit the town yet. Making money talk, now I ain't hear you make a sound yet. I'm negotiating with the plug, talking price. Said it's 42, I said I'm going through a crisis. Threw me 9 ounces and I bring that money right back. Could've ran off with it, I ain't even like it. But you know what, and kept 100 on the breakdown. Got kick, I'm designing from the waist down. Listen to my own, it's riding through the A-town. Looking like money, safe to say I need a safe now. Homie ain't nothing, still stunned, cause the money ain't nothing to a jig. Every day I'm racked up, like I be strapped up, everywhere I be. Maybe it's the liquor down drinking or a lot Prices on the key. What's the prices on the key? Prices on the key. Prices on the key. What's the prices on the key? Nigga, I be thumbing through the check. Cuban around my neck, 800 for the sweats. Seeing start hating when you phones off with a sex. Bunch of minors thought you probably thought that I was stressed. Mobbing in Miami in the Lamborghini. Louis Damier 400 for the beanie. Go ace bottle looking for a genie. Oh, nigga call me phony cause they never see me. Henny to the head thinking fake. 3K for a verse, young nigga made. They love it niggas, but they nigga hate me. But I been getting money on them, getting late. All white Nikes, ball mains cup. Same nigga, I ain't never change up. Red Balenciagas, I be flamed up. Benny Hondas every week cause it came up. Homie ain't nothing, still stuntin' cause the money ain't nothing to a jit. Every day I'm racked up, and I be strapped up, AYB. Maybe it's the liquor that I'm drinking, or a lot of niggas sounding like me. I be with the plug, talking numbers, trying to find out what's the prices on the key. What's the prices on the thing? Prices on the key. Prices on the key. What's the prices on the key?
I never told a lie, you could call my bluff. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth.
I told you I was falling back, circle to a period. I've been striking gold, these haters stuck on their period. Still stressing with BM, father I couldn't be him. Even though yet I love him, my son needs some better reasons. I was down, but I came out of that. Still ain't at the top yet, put that on my mama though. I ain't got no time for that, all we know is money here. I'ma need all of that, this be for the bro gods. These days it's more than rap, I need these bills paid. Brody on the same, so I ain't gotta talk much. All we need is patience. Yeah, it's really what you make it. Been getting real, really never was one for faking. I was crib to crib, stressing too. Had to make some better moves. Took it to Atlanta, I figure I'd get a better view. Came back, applied, that shit was just a refresher. Just to prove to all the haters that money don't make you better. Oh, that's it.
I put that on my mama, on everything I love. Told a lie, you could call my bluff. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth. I put that on my mama, on everything I love. I never told a lie, you could call my bluff. Speak the truth, only speak the truth. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth.
Too many slaves to social media likes, hypnotized by the hype on touch screens, fabricating their lives. Remember when it's in the crib with no lights, windows covered in ice, so cold I couldn't sleep through the night. I had a chat with my pops, his absence forced me to man up. Wasn't there for me, at least make an effort for grandson. I reminisce about when they didn't believe us. At first I couldn't get it right, now I'm an overachiever. I mean I'm so dedicated. Remember shopping the DJs and they still never played it. Seen lesser artists shining, but I still never hated. See a harsh reality is everybody won't make it. No, everybody won't make it. My little homie got body, had dreams of balling out. Heard to see his mama cry at the funeral, falling out. I've been on my job while you been calling out. Progression over oppression, that's what this shit all about.
That's it.
I put that on my mama, on everything I love. I never told a lie, you could call my bluff. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth. I only speak the truth, only speak the truth. I put that on my mama, on everything I love. Told a lie.
Hit it back, it's been a week. Why you still sure apply? Sex. I'm just trying to get a check. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. I'm like the Jew with your man. I've been too busy to text. Hit it back, it's been a week. Why you still sure apply? Sex. I'm just trying to get a check. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Right, verified blue checks. Fresh up out the box. Hornet, swish. Yeah, 4 lines in my cup. If I'm tripping, roll it up. I'm just trying to balance up. I'm smoothing in lotion. I need a promotion. I think out the box. I beat up the box. No Vivica Fox, but the to get left in the lobby. Now go to posing. Ain't modeling shit. If it's money I need it, I want it. Any opponent, get left at the bus stop. You ready? I'm going in. Slow it down and put that swing on it. It's official. I figure I stamp my name on it. No date, fresh and all white. These bitches calling me Colgate. Product of my vision. I'm taxing you prorate. I like what you with your mans. I've been too busy to text. Hit it back, it's been a week. Why you still sure reply? Sex. I'm just trying to get a check. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. I like what you with your mans. I've been too busy to text. Hit it back, it's been a week. Why you still sure reply? Sex. I'm just trying to get a check. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks.
Verified blue checks. White night blue checks. Like my money up front. I don't like to do checks. Yep, in my white tee, I think she like me, so she get a crew neck. Pop out new vest, new chain, too wet. 10 on my wrist and 5 on my neck. In the middle with the jacks. Treat yoga like yoga, shit get stretched, no flex. Thank God I'm so blessed. Upset. Verified with them bands, cause I been blue checks. Baby, I'm stuck in the band though. They say I'm too much to handle. Baby, Nate want a camo. Pull up looking like I'm Rambo. Still sell up by the grams though. Lean pink like Cam, no. I never understand. Love me, but you got a man, no. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Blue checks. Verified blue checks.
Oh no! Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Verified blue checks. Oh no! Verified blue checks. Blue checks. Verified blue checks.
From a place where chicken struggling, it's sad to see. Zigging beef and chicks is worried about their baby. Why I can hit the corner store and count meal bags and things hanging at the chains and it's shit super raggy. But it might sound crazy, but it's just how it made me to stay on top of everything. So close having a plan B. Can't stand me or love me, but on top is where I'm gonna be counting cash more than green like it's Robin Williams. Check these keys out my pocket. How you gonna know where I'm at or been where I've been if you don't understand where I'm coming from? This shit I rap, you'll have to go back and then once again you understand while I'm number one. Did I take it too far? Looking me no who God, Eddie Beanie Caliente on my bar food mod. Yeah, I got them on their toes against on guard, cause I'm trying to make it to the castle like I'm Kumar. Yeah, hey, H-Town, what up? They kept us on the low. Now we on it, come up. With it in the running wild, and they always keep a gun up. So you can either put up or shut up. I'm screaming now. You hate H-Town, what up? They kept us on the low. Now we on it, come up. With it in the running wild, and they always keep a gun up. But you can either put up or shut up. I'm screaming now. Death around the corner. It's scary when he vulnerable enough to run up on you. And without a warning, I wish I was going wild now. But you know they burn us. This is no coincidence. You know who they learn from. Them OGs who showed them his first gun. Not knowing from this day on that the curse was done. Dumb choices we still running from. Who would have thought that murder could ever be one of them? Now here they come, cause you slain someone's son. All over nothing, now a brother lost his freedom. Thinking going crazy, trying to play guns. What happened to the day beef was settled out in a fair one? Please son, I got more to live for. A crib of like 6 floors, my name up on the billboards. My family gonna eat more, worries gonna dissolve. King on his chessboard, I'll never be a damn pawn. You hate H-Town, what up? They kept us on the low. Now we on it, come up. With it running wild, and they always keep a gun up. So you can either put up or shut up. I'm screaming now. You hate H-Town, what up? They kept us on the low. Now we on it, come up. With it running wild, and they always keep a gun up. But you can either put up or shut up.
I'm from a place where kids is dying, it's a tragedy. Where they don't care about them back, cause all Mac to see. A lot of cats don't make it to see 26. Oh, they concerned about New Jordans and who moving piff. And what's set you claim, who you be moving with. They'll kill you cause the dude that you coolin' with might have a plan that allows them to escape. Then they eyes filled with envy and they blood filled with hate. With a gun he is a god, so he controlled your fate. His crew turn into disciples, it's a little too late. They all scream, kill him, then the coward they comply. Gun goes off, one kill the one dies, but the one that died the same. Cause the inmate number never his new name. The streets make players, but the game never change. Streets never change.
Hey, new hey, H-Town, what up? They kept us on the low. Now we on it, come up. We're sitting running wild, and they always keep a gun up. So you can either put up or shut up. I'm screaming now. New hey, H-Town, what up? They kept us on the low. Now we on it, come up. We're sitting running wild, and they always keep a gun up. Or you can either put up or shut up. I'm screaming now. New hey.
And she'll wake it up! I said wake your ass up! It's not all about this ain't what they do in the morning!
Top of the morning, mother, get you out of bed by calling up a ruckus. I know you hate to love us, get your ass up out the covers. It's time to rise and grind, get your money on time so you can rise and shine.
Wake your ass up! Wake it up! It's showtime, baby. It's showtime. Showtime.
Mashing the snooze by a stretch. Good morning, yes. How about the shower in the mirror check? Checking my fresh and I keep it 103.5. Get it correct on your dial, that's the FM. So tune into us, let's trend. Beat the topic on the morning show that's on it though. Clean out your eyes and sip your coffee, let your morning flow. How about your vibe like you arrived, but it's time to go. Top of the hour like the ad-lib, my state is song.
Yeah! Oh.
Put the coffee in the cup and wake your ass up. This beat hit so hard, thought it was a Mack truck. Grab a bag up, that diesel and gas up. For this ride, we bout to drive till 9 can't pass us. Cause we leading the caravan, serenading your travel plan. Herding the cattle, man, as we give you a battle plan. For all the wealth to grab up. But first, you need to wake your ass up.
My city, I wear it. Dally the black is gearing. I'm coming to lift the spirits like toast in a drink. I'm a breath of that fresh air while you yawning, chasing that paper, we be on it. Speaking of mine, and that's designed to make you think. Hold up, just sit it down for a second. Tune in and think. Who put it down with the bars and don't need a drink to drink? That'd be me, whether gargle or the breath stink. From running late, so I'm rushing like doing things. Could you get it?
Like a fresh cup of coffee in the morning. We gonna get you on your day. Out to work to play. It's your morning.
Cause see it's growing, I got it, call it the buzz. These dudes vagina, they leaking, needing a plug. These chicks is lonely, they weak and seeking a hug, and we got them fresh up early mornings on and waking them up. Let's get it.
Yeah. Sorry behind them.
From your time to my time. True. I'm here for the early birds. Give them the worm. Can't say a dirty word. My town to yours. Rooftop to the curb. The topic's superb. Politics. Give us that acknowledgement. Elephant in the room. You couldn't move it. We the monolith. Wipe that cold up out of your eye and hit up that Wi-Fi. And peep the other side. Every day come catch another one. Compliment your coffee and your honey bun. Tune in with the tune in or the FM on your morning run. 6 in the morning. Fighting for bathroom time with daughters. I got my laptop popping. They keep it ugly for all us. Every demographic on perimeters. We who you listen to. It's independent radio for independent listeners.
And live on the track. Hold it, here I go. My vocals. Woo! You were waiting for lyrics. Did it how we do it, baby. But I can give you some answers. Crowd still on the beat, baby. Young Race.
Yeah.
This your boy Kotic, a.k.a. I'll be there when I get there. And you listening to Ugly Radio, streaming live 24/7. So stay connected, keep it ugly.
By my guy. Oh, okay. There you go. Thank you, Harry Jokes.
What up?
Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Lord.
good morning, good morning.
Oh man, let me do a little something here because I'm looking a little crazy. Anyway, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Morning.
Got a lot going on. Where's T. Higgs? He's too cute to.
He's right there.
Where is he? I don't see him. Does anybody see T. Higgs or a flag or anything? All I see is a blank screen.
Wearing that mask that made you invisible the other day.
Yeah, man. The hell is with him in that mask? Take that mask off, T. Higgs. You know what he did? He's like, they'll never see me.
Wait, hello, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. We just couldn't see you.
Okay, I don't know. My PC is running really slow right now.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I'm telling you. So we can't have that. After all, you're the guy that we need to be dropping the bombs up there in that bomb shelter you got going on over there. My goodness. All right, gentlemen, let's get this ugliness popping off, man. Good morning, first and foremost. Got to get these numbers going. I'm looking at coronavirus cases across the country right now. We're looking at 468,895 total amount of cases, recorded cases. Looking at deaths, hovering heavy in 16,697, almost 17,000 deaths across the country. Recovered 25,928. How many individuals recovered? You want to know what those numbers mean? Just head over to Worldometer. That's worldometer.info and /coronavirus/country/US. And it will tell you exactly where you are, all the way down to, it has sources, different sources that it picks up that reports where you are, all the way down to your town. If you go over and you click on the source, you could click in and you could see some of the sources if your tongue is recording. And speaking of recording, Kotic raised a hell of a good point yesterday that it would tell you exactly where you are all the way. What's that? I'm sorry? Someone said something to tell you what? Or was that me? Oh, okay. Harry, you had the audio on.
I'm sharing it on Facebook and I had the volume up.
Oh, okay. All right. Don't forget to share this ugliness, people. We're going to be keeping it moving. Don't worry, Rob. We can see you. You all right?
Yes.
We had a bug or something fly by in front of you?
Nah, that was that was my hand going in front of the camera. I forgot it was on that side.
Oh, okay. I'm like, dang, he just started waving in midair. What, you trying to park planes at the airport? What the hell is going on? I don't know. Am I missing something? Then, of course, as I was saying, Kotic mentioned something yesterday about this numbers game and the coronavirus, and it's very interesting. It's stuck in my head, of course, and I've been thinking about it more and more. And as I said yesterday, he might be onto something. He's really he may very well be onto something, because what he said, what Kotic highlighted was these numbers that are going on in the Black community, we got to be careful about. We definitely have to be careful about. I'm going to be careful, let me put it that way. The numbers that we keep hearing about, when 40% of the corona epidemic in the United States, 40% is of people of color, when we only represent, I believe it's 14% or something to that number. Some ridiculous disparity. So that means there's a high percentage of blacks.
I think it's 12.7%.
Okay. So what we're looking at, there's a high percentage of blacks that are right now being recorded as having this coronavirus. And the truth of the matter is, or should I say, the caution of the matter is we need to be very careful about how much we try to ride those numbers and say, oh, well, it's a double-edged sword right now. We have to address the issues in our community that have actually made that help with the hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, and all of the asthmas, all of the underlying issues that exacerbates this well, I would say this infection. It's not a disease. This virus. That's what it is. So anyway, what I would say is we do have to address all the underlying issues that is exacerbating this in our community. But however, we also have to be very cautious to make sure that we don't end up being that target community for vaccination, that we're not that guinea pig community.
Oh. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's the reality that we have to be very cautious about. I'm never, ever, 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 ever gonna ignore that was once done to my community, and it never came out until something like 60, 70 years later. About 50, 60 years later that we find out that, yes, the black community was targeted on the Tuskegee. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
They think we're superhuman.
My thing is that I would never forget that. Not even who's superhuman. I think it's just so like we're expendable. Right. You know, people don't care what happens to us. And we become a target to test this whatever vaccination you have. So if you have the number high enough in the black community, then you could say, well, we could test in the black community. So these tests that they're having a hard time finding, but when I'm looking at this, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I do want to sound, well, Rob, you know how it goes. Ring the alarm. Another one is calling. Kadik, help me. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Ring the alarm.
We just got to be careful, man. I'm telling you. I told you they tried to already test in Africa. Africa's like, nah. This is real. I'm telling you, man.
No. It's really something that we need to. I don't know if they tried to test in Africa, but I'm quite sure they probably did.
I'm telling you, it's true. Like, okay, well, watch. Just wait for the word to come.
No. I'm not saying that you're wrong, Kadik. I just said I don't know if they did. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
But
I'm confused by the whole thing because I thought black people didn't get the virus.
Come on,
exactly.
Man,
Just pump the brakes right there.
That was the word on the street, but apparently it's not true.
Harry, you do know you fall under the black umbrella as a Puerto Rican, right?
Of course.
Oh, he knows.
Okay, so chill, man.
From what I've heard, we good.
All right, you know what, Harry, please send in your Puerto Rican card in the mail, please.
I'm saying, you know what? I wouldn't really have a complaint if in the beginning they was like, all right, this coronavirus is off, and it's off. Them whites are killing this coronavirus right now. You know what I'm saying? Whites are just murdering this coronavirus. But when we get in this, it starts to turn into that. Like, yo, these blacks are really like racking up. Like, come on.
Like, no, listen, the numbers might be there. The numbers might very well be there. I'm not even going to question if the numbers are there or not. What I am going to say, however, I'm going to be cautious to see if my community is going to be the first community to be tested, to test drive a vaccination. We've done this before in this country. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I just follow patterns, man. You
Right, and this is a pattern. And then what you're dealing with us is not we joke around about a lot of stuff, but we're highly informed over here.
Yeah,
we are a highly informed group, and that's the bottom line. What do I always say? Sauce it. I can't get Harry jokes to follow the directions to save my life.
Harry's not Spanish. He is on the other section. I'm sorry.
That's something.
I figured it out. I used to think Harry didn't want to be Puerto Rican, but no, he's a proud Puerto Rican. I get it now.
Absolutely. Oh, don't get it twisted. No, don't get it twisted. Harry is one of the most proud Puerto Ricans you've ever met. That's the whole crazy thing about the whole. Oh, and the crazy thing, Kadik, what a lot of people have not seen between the lines miles back down the street. He's not a conservative.
Nah.
Harry's not a conservative. What are you, crazy? No. Why do you think he's on here with me like this? I mean, even if he was a conservative, I would love to have him on just to like hear his silly opinions. But what Harry is, he looks at what I can appreciate is that he's going to look at it from the other side of the equation. Whether it's dumb or not, that's irrelevant. But he is going to look at it from the other side of the equation. And I could appreciate that. So all I said then, but I'm not going to let him keep spouting those other side of the equation nonsense, especially when it makes zero sense to me. It's just not going to happen. What do we got there?
You can't see my percentage, right? Wait, hold up.
Molly is the highest percentage as far as it goes. I'm following the colors. Is red supposed to be very bad?
No. That's my DNA breakdown. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look how all the African,
Yeah, this guy got all over it.
I'm 35% African first. So that's the highest percentage.
Hold on, wait a minute. A bunch of you came from Mexico. What kind of Puerto Rican are you?
Indigenous.
I got some of that stuff in me too.
Man, I mean, he's got you guys just some travelers.
I just, that's why I can talk about everybody.
No, your DNA just got some wild shot. It's just like all over the damn place.
Talk about the slave trade.
Nah, I'm talking about the seed trade.
That's where the first stop was.
They were just trading seeds in your family. That was the first test there. Trevor, we can't see you again. What's going on? I think Trevor's system is giving him a little problems this morning. Kelly, why the hell do I have a K up here on you?
Because Harry didn't give me the permission to see my face yet.
What?
No, I hit him up about it.
Hold on.
He busy.
Let him in. Jesus God. But anyway, back to what we were saying is we have a very dark history in this country of and it didn't start with us and the Tuskegee stuff, but I am gonna check that out. I mean, I remember a guy all you gotta do is read your damn history books. A guy showed up with some blankets. You guys look cold.
Wow.
Am I right? Got it?
For real.
Help them understand.
And those people have dark hue.
Exactly. A guy showed up with blankets saying, you guys look cold. Allow me to warm you up. And what happened? Kill off a whole bunch of people with what? Smallpox. Wipe them out. Wipe out a whole group. All Costa and the boys. Let's be very clear now. This isn't history books. It's recorded stuff. We're not making stuff up here. So we have a need right now to sit back and say, when groups are being targeted, we got to be careful. We have to be careful. So now, not only do I got to worry about high blood pressure, diabetes, hypertension, glaucoma, all kinds of stuff, asthma, the local PD, now I got to worry about coronavirus rounding me up.
Wow.
These are the realities of it, so this is the realities of my world, of every black person's world, every person.
Don't forget either. They gave us the the props for bringing AIDS too. You know, come on, man.
Oh yes, thank you. Oh yes. Blacks brought AIDS from Africa. Oh my God! If more Europeans, woo!
Just to add to the conspiracy.
I'm not a conspiracy in here.
Well, just
I'm not
add
being
to the conspiracy. Right?
Just add to the
initially.
No, don't say no. Hold on.
Yeah, get off that conspiracy talk.
Yeah, let's make sure that we're clear.
All right, some facts. Then,
to add to the history.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna add to the conversation. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Initially, the coronavirus came out, and people of color weren't getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it makes you think that they said, "Well, we need to test this stuff to the minorities in order for us to test."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep. That's not a conspiracy. That's not a conspiracy.
Because I don't know it.
No, but it's not necessarily a conspiracy. Conspiracy is
an educated guess.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, what we're doing right here is we're calculating history with current stuff. We're not trying to create this out of all guesswork.
No, this is not guesswork. That's the catch.
No, we're combining history, past behaviors, and we're coming up with. It's not like we're trying to say, "Oh, we never landed on the moon." It's not like that's not what I'm trying to say here. We never landed on the moon with no evidence that we did not do it. We're actually saying that we have history of where this stuff has happened to our community. That's where we are with it. We have facts that this has happened to our community. So no, we're not basing this. Our platform is not coming off of a belief. Our platform is coming off of facts. So yes, and the fact says, well, I'm just saying. I'm just rolling with the facts. Facts. All I speak is facts.
Yeah, look at it, man. I'm just doing a background check. That's all I'm doing. I'm like, like every job, you'd be like, yo, they want to know your job history. I want to know the blacks, and I just happen to know it. And I'm like, nah, I don't trust it.
No, and you know what? It's like you brought it up yesterday, and you know me. If I thought it was remotely conspiracy, I would have been long dismissed it.
No,
but
arguing.
Oh yeah, well no, absolutely. Would have been totally arguing. You know, so I'm not going to deal with something like this. I'm not just going to dismiss it. Just not going to happen. So anyway, let's let this ugliness continue. I see. There we go. I see yesterday the CEO of USAA, which is I'm highly affiliated with. Harry, are you? You're a veteran. You've got veterans in your family. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And none of them let you sign up for USAA? Bastards.
I never asked, but you know.
You don't have to ask. Often they never even offered it.
Nope.
But anyway, USAA right now, if you're a member, I got a letter yesterday that says we know the COVID-19 pandemic is having a financial impact, and we're taking actions to ease the burden. Every member with an auto insurance policy that's in effect as of March 31st, 2020 will receive 20% credit on 2 months of premium in the coming weeks. All told, we're returning about $520 million. And he said, meanwhile, they probably made $520 billion, but that's another question. And, you know, at least they didn't have to give us back anything. But it said we're able to pass on those savings because your efforts to stay home, during the pandemic have meant fewer drivers on the road, which means fewer accidents and claims. Isn't that something? We were talking yesterday about all the benefits of COVID-19, And this happens to be one of them. You know, people are off the damn roads. So now you're looking at it and, well.
I'm telling you, keep bringing up the good news, man. Corona will be out of here.
we'll open up this damn thing. We'll open up this place quickly.
I'm telling you, keep bringing up that.
No, so what you're saying, Joe, is that you want more Corona.
Actually, I'm looking for a 12-pack, not a 6-pack. So let's go.
You're like, everything's getting better for me. I'm good. Yep. I'm getting a discount. The environment got better.
Yep. This is a tree hugger's dream, though. Come on. Yeah, listen. Listen. When they show the satellite view from space of the pollution, before and after, just in about 4 weeks. 4 weeks they showed this, and I'm like, wow.
This is day 25 of the shutdown.
And we have been, the place has been, so then it was like, I saw it last week, so it was in like 3 weeks, or 2.5 weeks. And the environment looks so, oh man, we look so clean from space. There's an alien talking about, an alien drove right by us. Damn, I miss Earth? How the hell I miss? Damn, whatever happened to all that smog they used to? But I'm telling you, my biggest concern, not biggest concern, but I get strange things hit my mind. And one of the things that hit my mind is, what the hell are birds and squirrel going through?
Where everybody at?
When they're out there and they don't see anybody. Don't you worry about that? Doesn't that cross your mind? Like, they're a little confused right now?
Yeah, I told you the bird flew by you and stuck his middle finger up because I think they're actually happy. Like, they're not mad.
No, these domesticated birds. Yes. All these animals has become domesticated. Didn't I recently heard someone said that they have Pampers for dogs now?
That's just sad.
Yeah.
Harry, didn't you have that story?
For some reason, that ad keeps popping up on my screen. I don't have a dog. And I don't use Pampers yet. But maybe it's sending me a Corona message or something. I don't know. Saying there's no toilet paper, use this as a backup.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What's going on?
The day I see someone with Pampers for dogs, I'm telling you, I'm done.
Yeah, man, that's just sad.
Yeah, we have domesticated animals so much. They're trying to make human beings out of a dog. What the hell do your dog need Pampers for? Whatever happened to dog walking? They're trying to put dog walkers out of a job. I thought they were supposed to be stimulating the economy.
Well, you don't want your dog to get Corona from a dog walker.
Oh my God.
Trevor, you have a dog? Oh yes, you had one. I know. It just crossed my mind. Go ahead. You can say something, Trevor. We can't hear you.
Trevor,
we can't hear you. The little red light on top is not on. Oh, it is on. I don't know.
Say something, Trevor.
We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Nope.
Can you hear him? Can anybody hear him?
Nope.
Nah.
Get out and come back in.
Trev, man, out.
Come out of here.
Now I ain't letting him in.
Good work, Harry. Proud Puerto Rican, yes.
I think I saw him yesterday when we were talking, giving the okay sign. He was pretending he was scratching his eyebrow, but he was like,
Yo, gotta show his allegiance, Harry. I keep telling y'all, calm down.
No, but have you seen? There's been cloud formations, and I'm gonna say this, because it's Good Friday. I'm not a religious nut or anything like that, but there's been.
If you tell me you see Jesus in the sky, I swear to God.
Yeah, there's Jesus in the sky and stuff like that, and people are putting them up now on social media to show you that there's hope. God is watching over us, of course.
And all it took was a goddamn
cloud.
All it took was a goddamn Photoshop move.
That's it. Right?
You could build that in Photoshop, and you could just believe that people who are going to believe it.
Of course.
Believe it.
Of course, because I guess they need hope, but they forget. They have. I mean, if you're a religious nut, don't you have to be thinking to yourself, where has he been with this coronavirus? All your people are dying. Yesterday I was seeing a lot of obituaries of pastors.
Mm-hmm.
And why? Because they're crazy and they think to themselves, I can't get it.
Because Father Bad Touch, Jesus is coming back for
Wow. I don't know.
I'm not gonna go there because there's a lot of religious people in our communities that are dying.
Father Bad Touch, Jesus is coming.
Faith.
It's ridiculous. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I said, "Where's your Messiah now?" Because he's been in quarantine because he was having all the symptoms, and of course, being who I am, I asked him where was his Messiah, but
he sent you a picture of Jesus in the clouds.
But you see this stuff? So people are getting hope from the clouds right now.
Wow.
I'm telling you, if I was an alien, man, this would be so great time to mess with Earthlings.
I know, right?
Oh man, just we'll fly a spaceship around and leave some clouds behind. They'll swear they saw Jesus.
He's coming back.
Oh my God! You said if you have this strong belief, Harry, you said that where's God in the equation right now to save these people?
Yep.
Which makes me have to say, why are my people so damn religious? I'm just questioning. My people have been catching work for a long time.
It's Good Friday, Joe.
Hey, this is the day they whacked my brother. I'm even to say that.
Nice. No, I know. I was talking to my cousin Jesus yesterday.
You got a cousin named Jesus?
Jesus?
Of course.
No, Jesus, your brother.
Proud.
All right, go ahead. So you and Jesus was having a conversation.
Well, we were having a conversation. I was kind of shocked because he was cracking open a Corona. And he told me, everything's gonna be.
He told you?
He said everything's gonna be okay as long as you foolishly follow me.
Here's a crazy thing. My thing with religious people, I don't have anyone, wherever you find your beliefs, that's great.
Yep.
I'm not sitting here being an atheist in this slightest. And I'm damn sure not a non-believer. I'm a believer. I'm a believer in faith, but in a metaphoric way. I just don't have the way that people believe I don't share the belief of actuality. I understand metaphors. I understand in that great book, I follow the metaphors and I follow them very carefully. And when I see a great example, one that I love to use is all you need is enough faith the size of a mustard seed, and tell your problems, be thou removed and cast into the sea. No, everybody in this room right now, everyone who can hear my voice, know if we go to the bottom of East Rock here in New Haven, which is a big mountain if you're not in the area, if we go to the bottom of East Rock and tell it going to the Long Island Sound, which is a big body of water, part of the Atlantic to be exact, that East Rock is not moving. We know that. Now, there are those who would say, well, you need a special kind of faith, but where does it say that? Where does it say that? It says, if I say to the mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, the mountain, and have enough faith the size of a mustard seed, enough faith the size of a mustard seed. And if you know the size of a mustard seed, it's about the size of a pinhead.
Everybody move back. Joe's about to get hit by lightning.
No, but if I say that and I go to the bottom of I go to the foothills of East Rock and say, cast into Long Island Sound, it's not going anywhere. So therefore I have to ask myself, what does this piece means? And there is a lot of truth to that statement. If you say to the mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, the mountain have to obey as long as you have enough faith the size of a mustard seed. That's a true statement. But it's how it's interpreted. And it is, you have to define things.
It's a metaphor.
And exactly, it's a total metaphor. A mountain is your problem. It's something for you to get over. It's something big and obstructious, and you got to get over it. So if you have enough faith the size of a mustard seed, and you throw it, you cast that problem, that mountain, into the sea of faith. Here I am preaching on a Friday, Good Friday.
Yeah, I'm about to go in my pocket. Give you 10%.
But if you cast that mountain, that problem, into the sea of faith, keep in mind, the sea of faith has only got to be the size of a mustard seed. And you tell it, be thou removed, that mountain have to obey. So what's the sea? The sea is your faith. So that's all. Just cast that mountain into the into the sea of faith, and it's gone.
Well,
in other words, have enough belief that you're going to get over whatever problem you have.
See, that's exactly the conversation I was having with Jesus, right? And I asked him, I said, Jesus, is there a boulder you can't move? Can you create a boulder you can't move?
Mm-hmm.
And as I was asking him, I was kneeling down. I went to kneel down. And he told me, no, don't kneel down. Because if you can't get up, you're the boulder I can't move. So
Neela can't get up.
Can't get up. I can't move you.
Oh, Trevor's back. Trevor, you got a dog or you had a dog? Can we hear him now?
Nope.
Oh, today's not Trevor's day.
Join the audio, man. Look at the microphone. See if you join the audio.
No, go down to the bottom, Trevor. You don't gotta leave. Did he leave? He left again? No, go to the bottom, Trevor. To the
try your settings.
And you'll see over on the left-hand side, you see a little microphone.
His mic
is on?
Yeah.
It's got to be turned down. That's all. His mic is turned down.
Trevor? Nope.
Go to the settings and see.
Go on your phone, Trevor.
Oh.
So, Trevor, I think it's fair to say Black Jesus don't want you in here today.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, as soon as I said that, here he comes. All right, we can hear you. What was it?
I'm just using the mic on my computer.
Oh, okay. Oh, the other microphone is not working?
I don't know what's up with it. That's a thing.
And this one sounds better, by the way, don't it?
It actually does.
Yeah, this one, whatever you're using right now sounds a lot better.
Okay.
There you go. We actually can hear him.
Awesome.
So what's the deal here? I've been trying to find out about you and your dog here. You don't have a dog anymore?
Yeah, I was there for when he died.
Yeah,
when he broke his tibia.
His tenure?
Tibia.
Tibia. Okay. All right. Because when the way he said it, it sounded like he said his tenure, and I was trying to, okay, I'm going to leave that alone.
That's weird, Trev. I've never
What?
heard of a dog. He died from that?
Well, he had cancer in his lungs too. So
okay.
Yeah. And there's cancer in the bone break too.
Harry, you have a dog?
No, I don't like animals.
No wonder why you're going to hell.
Well, they're too stupid. I can't deal with having shit on my floor or stuff like that. I can't do that. I actually I tried to get a dog for my kids.
Yeah.
And I was becoming crazy with the dog. I was gonna start being abusive to the dog. So I had to get rid of it. Actually, I tried twice. I tried with pugs and I tried with shepherd.
German shepherd.
Yeah, shepherd mixed with I forgot what it was. Anyway, but I tried twice. I couldn't do it. I'm not patient like that. If you're not my kids, and I never consider a dog a kid like people do. It's crazy.
Oh, I'll never forget when my son was a baby. My son was first born. I was meeting with someone, and the guy said, and I said, forgive me, I've been up for like over 48 hours, and I'm a little tired right now, but I said, we just had a little one. And he goes, oh, congratulations. He said, so did I. And, I sparked up. I got excited. And he goes, I said, oh, he says, oh, yeah, my little girl she's 2 months old. I'm like, oh, congratulations. I'm like, oh. And we're talking. And he goes, well, the difference between my little girl and your son is that, my little girl is always going to need me to take care of her. And I felt so bad, because I'm thinking, maybe his child had...
His little girl has 4 legs and barks.
I thought that Kadik, I'm going to tell you right now.
You should have
I thought this man had me believing that his daughter had his little girl had some kind of handicap issue. And I'm like, damn, I'm so lucky. I thank God, because you should see the empathy on my face, because I'm like trying to understand what he's going through right now. His daughter is 2 months old, and he's got to take care of her physically for the rest of his life. And then he's got to walk her. He's got to feed her. And he went through the whole motions with me. And I'm like, and then he broke and he said, yeah, he showed me a picture, and it's a damn dog.
Stop.
I almost slapped the Jesus out of him.
That was a curb skit.
Yes, but I almost slapped the Jesus out of this guy.
Literally.
I look at him. I think the look on my face said it all. It just said it all. I didn't even want to talk to him anymore. It's like, how dare you?
Was that a word for word? Did he say the only difference between my daughter and your son is
the only difference between my little girl and yours is that I have to take care of my little girl for the rest of her life? I gotta walk, feed her. Yes, that's what he said. Quote unquote.
Some people deserve to get smacked. I'm telling you.
No, real.
I can't do
that, man.
But
when he said that, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Finish your thought.
It's like I'm repeating. When he said that, I think the heavens opened up and just held my hand back from just striking this man.
A cloud formation.
Yeah.
You should have smacked the future coronavirus out of him. He would have been immune right now.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I would never forget that as long as I live. And that's when I said, this pet thing has gone next level. And this was 22 years ago. And the pet game back then has gone next level. That's when it was in that moment I realized there's money in pets. That's when I realized, oh man, there is a lot. And I didn't think it was going to expand this much, but oh my God. Now Harry is getting all kinds of ads for dog Pampers. I can't even make this up.
It should be
well, maybe not Pampers, but diapers, dog diapers.
I'm insulted by the whole thing. I'm insulted by the whole thing. Every time I see that ad, I don't know what it's implying.
You're an old bitch, huh?
Probably. But you know, the last dog I had, the shepherd I had, right? I remember the night that forced me to get rid of it, right? It was raining, it was pouring outside.
Oh God, don't tell me he went off somewhere and let the dog loose.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
This dog refused to go out. Right? So I'm trying to get him to use the bathroom outside. Right? I lived on Dwight and Edgewood, right? And so he refused to go out. And what's the first thing he does when I close the door? Oh my God, right there in front of the door, he just
let it loose.
Wrapped all over the place. So what I did is I opened the door and I kicked the field goal with him.
No.
Literally, I had like a huge yard. He literally went half the yard. He took flight.
We're gonna get protests today.
Right
oh
now.
My God!
If we never got protesting before, we getting protested today.
Yeah. You know what happened?
I'm looking out my window all day.
My gay neighbor was out there smoking.
Why couldn't just be a neighbor, man?
Well, I know, but you're right. But he is.
It's
gay.
Harry.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Joe. Anyway, so he comes and he knocks at my door. He's almost crying. So he's telling me, "Oh, you really shouldn't treat your dog like that. I wish I had a dog like that." Before he finished that statement, he had the leash of the dog in his hand. I told him, "Take it." He said, "Oh my God, are you serious?" I'm like, he's like, "How much should I pay you?" I said, "I want to pay you to take this."
What the hell?
Took that
Harry
dog.
Droz, you got rid of your dog you paid someone to take your dog. Take the expressway, please.
That dog was the happiest dog I ever seen.
Harry, I gotta say that was the best story I heard in a long time.
Yeah.
It was so loaded.
So many layers to it.
Hey Harry, just so you know, you have an expressway to hell via Jesus, and you have no easy pass, so you gotta pay the tolls.
Best story ever.
I never heard of a dog happy to leave home.
You had to see that dog. He would prance by my house like, yeah, mother. You know, it would roll his eyes at me.
Hey Harry, did it growl at you after you fed it?
No, that dog was terrified of me. After that, you know, well, it wasn't just that, but if it used to do something wrong and I used to get next to it, it used to just urinate all over the fear. My sister's I knocked out my sister's pit bull one time too.
Nice. Gotta do it sometimes.
It growled at me and went like to snap at me. So
Yo, Harry from
In the jaw.
Brooklyn. Don't forget that.
Right in the jaw.
You know, all the Brooklyn hipster protesters are gonna protest at your place. You know.
I'm just saying that was self-defense.
Yo.
And after that day, that dog would bow down in front of me every time it saw me. Humbly, just come down and
Harry, that was the best story. I'm telling you.
I love it.
Which one? The sucker punch and the pit bull, or the first one?
Nah, that was self-defense. The sucker punch was self-defense. I feel you. But the first story, I'm still not over it. Like, that's the best.
Oh, no,
story
you know
ever.
what I'm not getting over? I'm not getting over how you sneaking away from your story. What the hell ever happened to your dog that you brought home for your kid, Kodik?
You know what's crazy?
It does not get any better from there. Trust me.
Yes.
You know what's crazy?
Everything that you said, I love it, and I'm with you, and I face the same. Yo, my dog faced the same thing, but I don't have the smoking gay neighbor to give him away to.
Your mouth.
I still go
Your damn mouth. I don't have to smoke it. Shut up.
Your story has layers. You gotta
Like, that's
appreciate
crazy.
that has layers.
Yo, he's scared of me. He pees when I get mad. Like, yo, all of that. I was like, yo, I feel this right now. But I can't give him away. That's crazy because my son loves him. So I can't give him away. And he kind of knows it. So he does little things to me. He'd be like, yeah, all right. He's like, baby, Steve, watch this. Full bark mode. Like somebody's trying to get in the door. Yeah, I'm telling you, dogs, they know. Trust me, they know. And he's just dangling that over my head. He's like, what about your son, Caleb, punk? I'm like, what? Yo, I started to get abusive. Everything you were saying.
Yep.
Like, I had to call myself in. I was like, wait a minute. This dog don't really understand what he's doing. Like, you can't treat him like that.
Yeah, you can't treat a dog like a human being. That don't make sense, man.
That's my German Shepherd experience. Oh my God, Kodik, my pug experience was worse.
I got a little dog. No,
that story.
The laptops are terrible. Like, little dogs are terrible. Yo.
You said the laptops?
That's why I call them laptop dogs. Like, you don't want the dog on your lap. Like, that's stupid. But yeah, they terrible. They're like terrible. I can't even say.
Oh my God!
I got like 3 at my house. They're not really my dogs. I said they're my mom dogs.
Yo, I paid $800.
All scared of me. Scared of me.
Hold on. Wait a second.
For the pugs, and I gave
Wait
them
a second. Wait a second. You just give them away. Jesus. Trevor, you okay?
I've the smoking gay neighbor part got me. I was laughing my you know what off.
You had to see. Yo, he was the guy was a great guy, but that day.
Shut up! You don't got to sit down and try to define it.
He was crying for the dog.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, what you want, man? You want equal rights? And then like, come on, man. I'm just saying what was in the story. Like, every time I heard a story, you explain the character. That's his character. Like, if it was a movie, they would have had smoking gay neighbor on the credits.
Exactly.
It adds layer to the story.
It's when the fact that I don't even know why it had to be that. The neighbor came over. The neighbor was outside smoking. He's like, no, the smoke. I had a neighbor I had a gay neighbor who was outside smoking. Why does it make a difference if he was gay or not?
Yo, he tells a good story. Calm down, please. That was
I forgot the guy's name too. I just knew him as the
That's a glimpse of modern America.
Got it. What I got to do?
Yo.
What you said? Calm down.
Yeah, calm down, bitch. That man tells a great story.
Hold on. Kind of goes, yo, he's just, what do you say? He's just telling a story. Calm down.
Calm down.
Well, I am calm. And the thing is, I hate putting tags on any group. Like if I hear someone telling a story, they got to define, my black neighbor. What the? You got to define that for? Oh, my white neighbor.
I'm with it.
Oh,
I'm with it.
I don't want that.
But Joe, you wouldn't understand it if I tell you my neighbor's crying. You have to understand why he's crying.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not why he's crying. Oh, Jesus God. That is not why he's crying.
It's
he's gay. Just because he's gay don't mean that
none of my other neighbors would show up to my door crying.
Okay, I'm done. I'm totally done. I don't get you know what? I'm done. I'm done. There's no.
Yo.
I'm done.
I'm just saying.
So now we're gonna have.
Wait. Question.
Now we're gonna have a gay animal loving protest outside the building. Now
that's why it was the best story ever. It offended like 4 groups.
Because it offended how many groups? Got it? 4 groups.
4, great number. It's a great number to have a protest outside. You have 4 groups.
Do I have to name them for you?
You're gonna have PETA, the Rainbow. I don't know what's the name of that. The LGBTQ RSTUVWXYNC.
Yep, and the Truth Movement. The smoking campaign, Truth.
All right, y'all dragging this. Y'all really dragging this. We could have chalked it up as, you get a good detail of the story of the characters when you identify them as such. But y'all took it next level at this point.
Nah, man, that was a good story. Calm down.
It was a good story.
No. This is Kadek's way of. This is when Kadek is going to the next level. When he used 2 words. Calm down. No. This is why I was laughing earlier when he said, "Nah, big up, calm down." That's because he's going to put a layer on it.
Yeah.
This is how he does it.
He was ready to go through. We can't say nothing.
Kadek is my little brother, and it's like. And by the way, when he say his son Caleb, we're not sharing a son. He has a son named Caleb, and so do I.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But my kids are still traumatized by it, so you got to
know, man.
See what I mean?
That's why. That's why.
There goes another group that got me protesting.
5 groups. That's a record. Happy.
Yo,
and I didn't do any better with cats either. So
shut up. We're not gonna have this. We're not gonna have this. We're not going there. Jesus God. By the way, we're way behind on business. So
the stock market's closed today?
Yeah.
No. Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because
that's why I was like, I looked up. I usually have CNBC on. It's like Jay Leno's card. Like, where's my stock market at?
Yeah, today the markets are all closed today. But let's hear what happened yesterday. All right. CNN Business reporting that the markets were up last session. You're looking at the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P were up. The Dow was up 285 plus points. That's a good one. I don't know who the hell got the hydraulics on this thing, but they got a good set. That's for sure.
It's the highest week in like forever. That we were up like 3,000 points this week.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Isn't this the highest it's been since 1938?
Yeah, it's something like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's totally crazy. I mean, and you got to ask, what's really going on with the markets? Right now, the futures look good, but we don't have any trading. Maybe that's why. Like, let's do it now. America is asleep. So right now, you got as of, Jesus, the futures were updated at 2-something this morning. Japan, Hong Kong, London, Germany, they're all up, but that's because they closed as well. All the world markets are closed. Excuse me. Looking at big losers on the board. Kadek, you ready for this? Halliburton took a beating yesterday. You know what that means, right?
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
No, I don't know what that means.
Oh, you don't?
Is that a clothing
well,
company?
You got it. Best clothing company you ever heard of.
Yeah, definitely. They're covering up with clothes.
Best clothing company. We're not even going to argue on that one. Their clothing is great. Trust me. Pioneer Natural. I know, top of the line. Pioneer Natural Resources, FlowServe Corp. And he just looked him up. He hit, you know, he just saw what it was. All you heard
sounds
was,
like a clothing company. That's all.
Say what?
It sounds like it sounds like a clothing company out of Aeropostale or like American Apparel or something.
I tell you, look him up. Alliance. Now we're definitely going to be tracked. Alliance Data System Corp. Nielsen Holdings. Why is Nielsen down? That's interesting. We're looking right now. Commodities. Oil is down, $22.76 a barrel, according to Donald Trump. And the Saudis are, yes, they're going to work it out. They're going to work it out. Everything is going to be good. I had a conversation with them. Everything is going to be good. Yeah, right. Okay. Looking at gold is up.
Meeting this week.
Yesterday.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, but out of the meeting, they didn't have a conclusion, so it wasn't good.
What had happened was nothing got done.
There you go. Gold, silver, corn, they're all up.
Good assessment, Trev.
Very good. I mean, what is copper doing?
Down.
Copper is down right now. So looking at all of that, well, there you have it, people. Want to know what those numbers mean? You need to holler at a certified financial advisor. You might not want to call them on Good Friday. They might tell you, listen, only thing moving right now is an ER. Okay, so you know what? Who's investing? I want to know where. Well, I'm not even gonna put it out there, but I do want to know where.
Put it out there.
No, but I want to know where medical equipment stocks are right now.
3M should be doing good.
Oh, 3M. Oh, you can't touch 3M right now. Are you kidding me?
Speaking of 3M.
Yeah.
Trump
you got a story?
Yeah, I got a story. Trump and 3M strike a deal to bring 166.5 million masks to the U.S. in the 3 months to help coronavirus response.
I want you to say that again one more time on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. Go.
President Donald Trump said Monday that the White House and 3M have reached a very amicable agreement that will bring more than 55 million masks to the U.S. each month, following a public dispute between the manufacturing giant and the president. Under the terms of the new deal, 3M will import 166.5 million respirator masks to the U.S. over the next 3 months. The additional masks will supplement the 35 million masks 3M produces domestically each month, the company said in a statement later Monday night. The imported masks will primarily come from China starting this month, the statement said. The administration's
everything that comes from China. We should be cautious about everything. Make sure that they ain't packaging something else inside of there.
Nah, the damage is already done. They are collecting the debt right now. I'm telling you, no, for real, no joke. I ain't gonna really explain how I know, but the mask game right now, is off the chains. Like,
I know.
Literally, I saw the numbers. Like, I saw some numbers. It's crazy. Like, there's so much money being made off of masks right now.
Absolutely.
It's even worse than that. When China was going through the worst of the coronavirus, other countries, other nations donated to China. And now China has turned around and they're selling their surplus of the donation.
Big money, baby, big money.
Yeah. Listen, the thing about it is, I'm like, look, in every epidemic, pandemic, any of these disasters, there's always going to be somebody who's going to profit. That's just the way it is. Yeah, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this is what happens.
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
There you go.
Who said it, Harry?
And some of them.
That was actually Rahm Emanuel, Obama's. He was Obama's chief.
He was
of staff.
repeating that. Somebody else
He was,
famous said that.
he was repeating that.
Yeah, I don't know who said it then.
Yeah, somebody. It was somebody like I ain't gonna start, but I know it was somebody.
Oh, you know.
Was it Rumsfeld? Was it Donnie Rumsfeld? Close.
We were just talking about his company just now. Stop
Yeah,
playing.
he's close to him. He's down with the click.
Yes, he's down with the click, but it wasn't him. It wasn't him.
Darth Vader himself.
Thank you. Let me tell you something. This guy,
It was first said by Winston Churchill.
I was gonna say that. That's crazy. I knew that.
Churchill was the first. Cheney was the second.
That. That's crazy. I knew that. I'm crazy with the knowledge. Sorry, I should have muted my mic. Sorry.
No. I'm glad you did.
Yourself.
Really?
Yeah, I impressed myself. I was gonna say Winston Churchill, but I didn't even say it. I was like,
yep. Churchill was the first, but Cheney made it famous. He coined the phrase.
Yeah, he coined it, man.
Cheney was like, listen, there's money to be made over here.
Yeah, Churchill didn't have them Burtons in them on his side. Cheney
I know.
Like, new level. New level, baby.
Cheney was like,
business. This is business right now.
Let me tell you something. When every water you touch is black, and we ain't talking race now. Help me, Kadik, please let them know. We ain't talking race.
Not race in this one. No, not this one.
No race. This one ain't about race. But when every water you touch is black, you better look out. You better look out.
Does that mean also you're going straight to hell?
No.
Okay.
No.
Trevor, you got to believe in hell to go there.
No, I just say that to be funny. So,
okay.
Joke's on you.
It's not a joke. It's a serious thing. You got to believe it to go there.
So, and just to let them know, Kadik, when there's a young prince making sure that water is black, when there's a young prince from Michigan, how's that? Everybody's like, what the hell are they talking about? Go do some damn research. We're giving you the best hints ever. We said the water is black. We said a young prince from Michigan. If you can't put one and one together and come up with two, then guess what? We're not holding your hand on this.
Nah, man, no. Let it go over the heads, man. Let it go.
You know, I can just see people.
Michigan?
No. No. That's where the water starts being black. We ain't playing. And we ain't talking race. This got nothing to do with race. We ain't playing.
No, because I have a story about the Detroit lawmaker credits Trump after taking anti-malaria drug to beat coronavirus.
Go ahead. What's the rest of the story?
Did you do that yesterday?
We talked about it yesterday.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I thought he had an update. Yeah. We talk about it 2 days in a row. Trevor be checking out on us. I'm telling you. No. What is it? Hold on. Look at this. When you look at the panel, all the minorities are up and standing up straight. So we just dispelled a myth about who's the lazy ones in the group. Look at Trevor. All the minorities in here.
Oh my God.
T. Higgs is like, I don't know where you get this minority from, but I'm sitting up and I'm not a minority, but I just have goddamn sense about this. Look at Trevor. Trevor's the only one laying down.
Laying down on the job.
Laying down. And guess what? He's from the wealthiest community in the state, if not the country.
All right, where can I fit a desk in this bedroom is the better question.
You got a bedroom? What? You got a bedroom? Wow. Ooh. We have to sleep on cots And we're standing to do this. Look at you. Look at Rob. He's in a basement. Look at Trev. He's in a basement. Oh, man. Look at me, man. I have to come in and put stuff on the wall to make this thing look like a real room. It's not even a room. It's a closet.
There's a green screen behind me.
You over here, you're living the life and you're talking about, ooh, look at me. I got a bedroom showing off. Yeah,
So where can I fit a desk in this bedroom? Is that what I'm
Put a
asking?
desk in his bedroom.
Where?
Wow. Left up to us, a bedroom. Ooh, that's an apartment he's calling a bedroom. Look at that. Ooh.
Wow.
Where can I put a desk in here is a better question.
Like,
That's a great $2 million question I ask myself every day.
You know, the thing is that Trevor is such an anti-family. They put him off in the smallest room in the house, and even that is a 16 by 20 room, and he's like, "This small garbage you put me in, this little cubby hole. I'm in Fairfield County, for Christ's sake." Now, okay, you know what? Never mind Fairfield County. He live in New Canaan. I'm not letting you get away with that. You live in New Canaan. Over there living the life, and he's the only one laying down on the damn job. Look at that. We just dispelled a myth. Look at that. Look at that. All the minorities are standing up. You got Trevor, the one Fairfield County. Oh, look at him. He's laid back. Laid back. Okay, so there it goes. So next time you say, screenshot this, Harry. So next time I screenshot it. So next time someone says something about blacks are lazy, we're just gonna put, and what's this guy? You know, the first thing they're gonna say is, look at that fro.
Do you see
They're
that?
gonna point to his afro.
He just did the white power signal. You saw him throw his fist up. Trevor, I see you cut your afro.
No,
you
still
didn't.
say, bro.
No, he didn't.
It's more flattened today.
No, it's not.
He had
No,
an
it's not.
Anthony Davis look yesterday.
Have you ever worn a full fro? Have you ever worn a full afro?
No.
No?
No.
He's like, no. He's like, I'm not that crazy.
Three
He's like,
great afros. Dr. J, Jeremy, what one dude on the Nets, and
One dude on the Nets. I don't know the dude on the Nets. Who's the dude on the Nets?
I think it's Spencer Dinwiddie.
I know Jarrett Allen.
Thank you.
He must have a good fro because
You ain't like no. And Caleb, did you know who he was?
No.
Yeah, Caleb, do you know who he is?
Nah, man.
What about you, Rob? Rob Nice, you're a sports fan. Did you know who he is? Okay, Rob knew. Did you know Harry? Because I didn't know this dude. It must be I didn't know about this. Is he light skinned now, Trevor? T. Higgs, is he light skinned?
Oh yeah, he's like mixed, yeah.
Oh, okay, so he's not really black. I'm just joking. Let's not get a twist. Mix me.
Level of
Say that again.
T. Higgs' level of focus is so chi-like. Like when you said that, his face, he didn't even like make a face.
No, he didn't even budge. No. I love it. T. Higgs is like, let me tell you something. T. Higgs is a great intern. He's just focused on the mission.
The mission.
He is mission oriented. I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you. I'm not writing anything to your professor. I'm giving him an earful. I'm gonna write a thesis on T. Higgs' performance over here. Are you kidding me? What else we got? Oh, this
the afro.
Jared Allen.
Enter the Dragon with Jim Kelly this week. Whatever happened to Jim Kelly? Is he still around, by the way?
Nah, he died in 2013.
Oh, okay.
But that's the afro. Everybody around that period.
Oh yeah.
Everybody in my family had that afro. Even my brother, who his hair was straight, I don't know how he did it, but he got that Jim Kelly afro.
Harry, I sent you the link to the afro I'm talking about.
All right, hold on.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm from the era of an afro. Don't let the bald head fool you.
No.
I mean, I had one. I had one of them things in my head. Walking around like thinking I was something. That lasted about, my afro must have lasted about a good 8 months. You know why? I used to try to get my mom to braid it. She was not having that nonsense. That's not a perfect fro, bro. Guy from Brooklyn Nets. Who is he?
Jarrett Allen.
Jarrett Allen?
Of your team, your town, your Brooklyn Nets.
That's not my town, my team, all of my Brooklyn Nets. Shout out to Brooklyn, though. All my peeps down there. Jeez.
They're suffering right now.
Yeah. I had so much fun. You know, they showed a picture of a Brooklyn hospital, and I couldn't tell the difference between the hospital and the bus depot. I'm dead serious. I'm not knocking the people from Brooklyn, but I'm just like, you can't be letting your elected officials, I mean, inside look good, but outside look like a bus depot.
Or a subway
some of
stop.
the worst hospitals, man. We used to call one of the hospitals that it's Woodhall. I don't know if you remember that hospital.
Woodhall.
Yeah, we used to call it Killer Hall.
Is it still around?
We had a lot of friends that went in and never came out.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing. Yeah, a lot of them. Look, I know.
Were they run like a Russian hospital back in the day?
Well, pretty much.
Straight American, Trav. Straight American.
This sounds like a Russian. He explained it like a Russian hospital.
No, that's
what like it, right?
It seemed like it. I know, seem foreign, don't it? Don't it? That's what the Fairfield County life does to you. It seems foreign, don't it?
That's how good they took care of the minorities.
Well, I've heard some crazy Russian stories about their hospital.
Oh no, listen to some crazy minority stories. You'll be right at home. Listen, trust.
Yeah, we're not gonna Russian bot this one. It's good old America, baby.
And even worse, the infant mortality rate and all of that.
Yeah.
Those hospitals are crazy for blacks and Hispanics.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta hear.
You see, see, people don't understand when we talk about some stuff. You know, they think because it did not come with a foreign flag attached to the story, they think it's not true.
It's not
but if
true.
If we say something happened in another country, oh yes, it's possible.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, how do they treat their people like that?
Oh,
look at the camera. Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
All right, so what other ugliness we have going on?
Let's go to local. Operation Food Bank feeds 390 families. After weeks of planning and assembling a small army of volunteers, including some of our literally in the army, needed only 60 minutes to place a tractor-trailer worth of food in the trunks of 357 cars at Hamden Middle School. Normally, the food distribution that took place Wednesday afternoon fed 150 families. The Connecticut Food Bank would use its staff and volunteers to hand it out at Christ Bread of Life Church in Hamden. This time, it was not the food bank's volunteers, but an impromptu army of volunteers and National Guardsmen assembled by town staff who got food to 390 families, including a few bags set aside for delivery and for the church.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's awesome, but we did that story yesterday too.
Did we?
No, we talked about that in the production meeting.
Did we?
Thank you. Yes, we did. See, T. Higgs is mission oriented, but don't play. Yeah, we did. I remember it. Yeah, we talk about it in production. You're right, but we did not.
Shared that story.
No, you didn't. You shared it with us yesterday in the production meeting, Harry, and they still have the one comment. Yes. By the way, This is done at Hamden Middle School, which is now all the way up in Hamden, near the center of town. Hamden Middle used to be right there in, right on the outskirts of Newhallville. Until they found what? All kinds of dirty pollutes in that damn ground.
I heard about that, actually.
That whole area.
That whole area. And you know what? What was the trigger of that? Got it. The trigger of it was in June 10th, 1989. Why do I remember? Whew. Damn, I'm getting good at this. Excuse me, July 10th, 1989. That was when we had what are you searching? Democrats wrongly use mask? What are you searching for?
I didn't know I was still
I caught him.
I was hoping you would look up porn. Then we would all laugh at him.
Because I saw a picture of Chuck Schumer and the Democrats, and they all had their masks with their nose showing.
So Harry's looking
the picture.
So Harry's looking for dirt, and I caught him. He forgot it. He forgot the computer was still open.
I was gonna put it as my background. Sorry.
Not today, Satan.
Not today. But back to what I was saying now, Karik. What transpired back there in 1989 in Hamden, we had a tornado that came through.
Wait. A tornado hit Connecticut.
Yeah.
Not only did it just hit, it did some damage. And of course, even the damn tornado was racist. The tornado touched down in the poorest neighborhoods in the area. It was unbelievable.
Yes, it was.
It went through southern Hamden, northern New Haven, right through that. Okay, I'm going to hit two towns, and I want to hit the areas where money's going. Now, as soon as it got to Prospect Hill, it smelled money, and it just like, I'm just going to knock a few trees down and get out of here.
I didn't mean to come this way.
Exactly. Now, I remember because we live in a place, what they call up top, which is like the flip side of Prospect Hill, but on the Newhallville side. And when you look, you get in the corner at Sheffield and Star Street, Kotick. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, and you look down the street. You look down. I'm talking about after the tornado came through.
Yes.
And you look down to Winchester Avenue. It was flooded all the way up, halfway up to Star Street. It was like really crazy. Wow. It was mad water coming up there. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Wow.
And then they showed trees was ripped out. Oh, it was total mess. Well, back to Hamden Middle School. So now, of course, here comes the insurance guys. And they're like, okay, let's see how much we got to pay out. Oh, that's a school over there, huh? Government land? We're going to test the soil.
Uh-oh.
Turns out that they shouldn't have been building on those damn land over there in the first place. And we're talking about 50 years prior. We're talking about they went over and they had a school on that land. And it turned out it was a landfill that they put a school on. And the water was contaminated. There was so many homes in that area that were contaminated. They did not finish the cleanup. What year did I say? What year did I told you guys this happened?
89, right?
89. The completion of the cleanup over there did not take place. The completion. They did not complete this. And I'm talking all the way with the finishing of the park, redoing the park and rededicating the park. Did not transpire until 2015.
Yep.
That's how long. They spent years fighting, going back and forth, and then there was they had to go down 3 feet on the homes that they could have kept. They had to go around on the outside of the homes, a minimum of 3 feet, dig up the dirt, and cart it away 3 feet, and then put new dirt in. And just imagine that. There was one house that was right next to the park. Remember the little white wooden, it was a Cape style house that was right next to the park on Winchester going towards Mill Rock?
Mill Rock.
Yeah. There was a little white house that they had there. They had to tear that thing down. It was so contaminated. They had to rip it down piece by piece. You should see the guys over there with the masks and everything on. I'm like, what the hell they had in there? And keep in mind, someone was living in that house.
Of course.
That place was a mess. What? Donald Trump has a what? Don't you start, Harry. We could see this.
That was
Anyway.
a Democrat. That was a Huffington Post story.
Okay, and
You want to see it?
do you know the Huffington Post was started by a conservative along with Ariana Huffington? You know this, right?
Well, Ariana Huffington was a conservative herself.
Yeah, well, she was. But you know who was her partner who started that?
No.
Oh, Breitbart.
Oh yeah. Well,
No, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew Breitbart, wasn't it? Yeah, Andrew Breitbart.
well, they were. Well, yeah, but
They were business partners.
They were business partners. She was a serious conservative back in those days.
Yeah, well, she was a conservative. Yeah, she was. And then she realized, what's that? Excuse me?
Then she went crazy and went left.
No, she went crazy. No, what happened was she went for medical care and then realized there was a problem here. And why so many people? Why this certain group that's holding up the progress of medical care? And it was when she looked at it, it was goddamn conservatives. It was all her beliefs, all what she thought about. She was like, wait a minute, there's something wrong. Oh, no, she didn't say it like that. She said, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this. I got to do something about it.
That's exactly how she sounds.
Exactly. Yeah, so no, it was a personal story from what I understand. A personal story had to see the light, which is usually what happened. It's called a
I don't believe in any personal stories of rich people.
It's true, but it's called a Saul on the way to Damascus story. Wow. Yeah, okay. You can't deal with that one, could you? He's like, wait a minute, that's a problem with Joe. How in the hell does he know all of these religious statements?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. First off, you got to be Christian to make the connection.
Well, first off, it's Black Friday, so I should be able to tell this right off the bat.
Black Friday, I love that instead of Good Friday.
No, that's good. Well, what's so damn good about it? You murdered my brother. Okay, there we go.
And shouldn't Easter be on Monday?
I know, on the third day he rose again. You're right, but I push it to Monday when you got everybody in church Sunday. You know,
nobody wants to go have a holiday on a Monday. It's reserved to one. It's Martin Luther King Day.
That's a good point. Let's go. And that was a war. That was a war to get that. Remember Ed Meacham out there in Arizona, Kotick? Do you know who he is?
Yep.
He was the one who didn't want to celebrate MLK Day.
You got it. Oh, Trevor's been around. He's learning. Oh, look at this. Trevor's been around us. No, that's good. Ed Meacham.
That's his uncle,
he was
Joe.
Oh, Jesus. He was
lies.
Ed Meacham was not having it. And you know how he got his wealth, right?
Stealing from blacks?
Well, that's it.
Okay.
Well, no. He did.
Nah, that's America, baby, Joe.
Well, that's true. But he was on the forefront. This boy was a car dealer. He was pushing Cadillacs and Lincolns like you don't know him. No, he was pushing a whole bunch of cars to minorities like like nothing. He was a car dealer. And yeah, he owned car dealerships, and that's how he gained his wealth.
He was quoted for saying he loves to see him drive away. I don't know if you remember. I'm not sure what he meant by that.
The rap group, Public Enemy, exactly. Public Enemy. Look at Trevor; he's on this trivia. I love it.
I play that song all the time whenever I have it in my car.
Oh, is that right?
Shuffle. Yeah.
By the time I get to Arizona,
you're my guy.
Yeah.
love
when
Trump.
I was going to AZ, I was on the driving to the airport. I had that song blaring. I was like, oh yeah. Here we
By
go.
the time I get Public Enemy of the 80s, early 90s, they addressed that issue of Arizona was the last state, the last holdout to recognize Martin Luther King holiday. And it was disgrace to the state. And Ed Meekum, he lost the election right after that. They were done. They were like, nope, we're done with you. But then popped up a fella who took his place, Sheriff Joe Arpaio. And that cockroach was all goody good until they arrested him and took him out for violating, breaking federal laws. No. Trump, course, pardoned him.
Didn't
Yes,
Trump pardon him?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But the only reason why Trump pardoned him is because he wanted to send a signal to Mike Flynn and what's the other one? Madoff, not Madoff. The other one. The one from Bristol, Connecticut. What's his name?
Paul
Manafort.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paul Manafort. You wanted to send a message to both of them. Don't worry, boys. I got you. Don't say Jack. I pardon big. I pardon bigly.
There was nothing to say, Joe. It was a setup. You don't want to get into the dossier, right? You don't want to start getting into the lies that were sold to America and to the whole Justice Department was running a scam on Trump.
That's crazy.
Hey, T. Higgs.
All you got to do is read the Horowitz report.
Yeah.
Do you have a way of muting? Do you have a way of muting Harry? Can you reverse engineer this way of muting him? Can you find a way to reverse engineer this thing so we could mute him? You got to look like you could do it.
You ain't lying.
Is there a way you drop up Harry's red dot insurance?
Am I sharing my screen again?
What's that?
No.
Okay. Good.
were you watching a video that should not be on air right now?
No, because I hit me with some sports. Do you got any sports?
Oh,
here comes Trevor. Look at him, boy. He sits right up. Look at him, yo. I'm telling you. Look at the picture, people. All the minorities except T. Higgs, of course. T. Higgs is he's holding his ground.
He's trying to find Harry.
Yeah, but all the other minorities in this group were all paying attention, sitting up.
You know that T. Higgs actually is flying drones for the government.
Yeah, he looked like he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is.
No, he's just getting ready for Call of Duty. That's what he's getting ready for at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Way to go. All right, so what we got?
All right, UFC 249 has been canceled now.
Thank you.
Which is sad because of Disney and ESPN leadership in the highest level told Dana White to stand down. And it was because he was supposed to go to a showcase for April 18th on a Native American tribe land in California. It was canceled on Thursday in response to apprehension about holding the event during the coronavirus pandemic.
See, there goes Scotty. Here he goes. So he was supposed to hold it in New York. New York shut down. We're talking about this UFC fight. New York shut down. So he said, hey, I'm going to Vegas. Vegas shut him down. So he said he was going to buy an island. But of course, like I explained yesterday, no, that's not going to happen. But like I explained yesterday, all islands have governmental jurisdiction, even if you own the island. So what's his next? What's next on the list for him, Karik?
Go to native land, baby.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I got modern day blankets, baby.
Time to go to native land, baby.
Go to native land, baby. I got these blankets. Dana White, new name is Dana White Costa. You will not mention his name from now on unless you add the last name Costa to it. Dana White Costa. I bet you if you do 23andMe, it'll come right up. Yep, he's related. There's a certain mentality that comes from that family. Let's go to native land, baby. I'm going to bring the best fight to your land. I'm going to bring it to you. And then Disney is like, listen, we're not going to carry it. We're not going to. So, of course, now Dana White is going to try to figure out a way in the future so where he don't need this. And this is how we ended up with Fox News. People who get a little money and don't want to be reeled in every once in a while. Every once in a while. Look, you got to be reeled in. You have to be reeled in. And then you got people with money, especially those who just get nouveau riche, as it's known. Those who just got some money in their pockets, and they just want to take it to the next level. Because one, they never had before, and two, they don't know they have a responsibility when you get money. True wealth understands you do have a level of responsibility. When you attain wealth, you have a level of responsibility with it. You just can't run amok. But of course, there are those who just don't know this. They don't know it. I'm not saying they're going to be all good. They're all going to be doing this. No, that's not what I'm saying. But when you look at the level, you look at the likes of Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, you realize these individuals, they understand that they have a level of responsibility. I'm not saying they're good. That's not what I'm saying.
Joe, Elaine Lay Lester says, good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Elaine Lay Lester. Good morning to you.
That's right.
Okay.
By the way, one who called Disney just so Dana White can't have this fight?
What?
The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, called the Disney officials, according to one of the people familiar with conversation.
Damn right. And why not? You got Disney Studios out there. You got Disneyland out there. He's got a power hold on them. Let him know straight up. Here's the deal. Either you're gonna or you're gonna get hurt. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna find a way to put a tax on you. A health tax. That's what we're gonna do. And if that's what it takes, that's what you, if that's what you do, if that's what it takes to motivate them to do the right thing, good for Gavin Newsom. Look, there's a lot of things that we want to do. I want to walk back up the block and open up Ugly Radio. Yes, I do. I want to get back to normalcy. There is so much that I had lined up for 2020. There's so much that I had lined up. But I cannot get in. I cannot do it right now because, look, this is a real situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go out here and play games and then all of a sudden I end up hurting someone. I may be asymptomatic. It might not affect me. But then I go out there and I can hurt someone else. That's the realities of it. It's like a tractor trailer without a driver and no damn brakes.
Yo, you ain't asymptomatic. Your ugliness is all over the place.
Don't ever forget it. Don't ever. I'll go forth and spread my ugliness.
That's right.
Do you want a Wisconsin primary recap?
Yes, please. By the way, did they finish counting it yet? Because it's supposed to be for today. I think we got the.
I haven't got the update yet. So voters are forced between their health and their civic duties. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, citizens were forced to choose between the following public health orders to either stay at home, stand in line for hours at one or just 5 polling places that kept open during the coronavirus pandemic.
Anyone who said that their vote is not worth anything, anyone who says voting and don't change anything, voting, you know what? Anyone who thinks that, you really have to understand the power of your vote. You really do. I don't know how else to help you to understand that. Go back and read again what you just said, because that's the real meat and potatoes of that story. Go ahead. Hit that. What you just read there.
Citizens were forced to choose between the following public health orders to stay at home and stay in line for hours at one of just 5 polling places that kept open amid the coronavirus pandemic.
Let me be very clear about this, people. In the area of Milwaukee, there's usually about 140 different polling stations. People stayed home. The volunteers stayed home because they're like, we're not going to be hit with this. So they, instead of saying, look, this is a serious issue. The state is shut down. We have a whole lot of this thing, the state of Wisconsin is shut down. And we have a lot of serious things that we need to identify. These bastards went and they ran it up, the Republicans, by the way, run it to the state Supreme Court to override the governor. And then they got the Supreme Court to interject a 5-4 ruling, by the way. The Supreme Court to say, hey, not just the state Supreme Court, we're talking about the Supreme Court.
The governor tried to do it without the legislature, and that was the problem. They just wanted to vote on it.
And what were they voting?
To basically move the primaries. And
yes,
the Democrat governor decided he was going to do it on his own without going through. But
it's not, but here's a part of the equation, Harry. It was not a part of the state law that he needed that. He could have had executive order.
No, actually, in Wisconsin, there's no part of the law that gives him the power to do it. So he was creating a new power.
From what I understood that he was in a position that he could have done executive order because of the emergency. Because it was a combination of, from what I understood, and I might be wrong.
No,
but from
most
what
states like New York has that power within. Within
once it's in an emergency,
power.
But once it falls under an emergency. Okay, from what I understood was once it's in an emergency, and I could be totally wrong here, but from what I understood, once it falls under an emergency situation, such as the coronavirus, that invokes the power, because that's why there was an argument going to the courts. He could have walked away from it as soon as they highlight that's not in the law. But that's why they took it to the courts, because they realized it still fell under the emergency. And the Supreme Court then added on out of Wisconsin, if you do not do it, you will lose your right to vote if you did not have vote. They didn't have to do that, by the way. But it's it's Republicanly stacked Supreme Court. And this is where people don't understand the power to vote.
Don't say stacked. It's 5-4.
It's stacked. It's stacked.
That's not stacked.
It's stacked. It's 5-4.
The majority that's not stacked.
All right. It's 5-4, and we got one woman that we're down, and we got propped up down there. She wants to go home.
It's 5-4.
RGB wants to
really,
go.
And not really.
RBG wants to go
Justice
home.
Roberts, who actually beat Obamacare.
Yeah, what about it? What about it? What about it? That's the one thing that they ever give. That's the one thing they do. That's all you guys can do. That's all conservatives can ride on.
It's not stacked.
It's the only thing that they ever do. They stacked it. They stacked. And you want to know how you know it's stacked? Where's Garland right now? Merrick Garland.
Bullshit.
Where's he? Where?
I said you're full of bullshit.
Okay, where is he? Where is he? Okay, exactly. Exactly. He's not in the Supreme Court.
Well, he didn't get a vote.
Okay, because there was a stack. Because it was a stacked situation based on Mitch McConnell.
The Senate, not the
I don't
Supreme
care.
Court.
There was the Senate. They stacked the court in their favor. They make it in their favor.
Joe,
they put it in their favor. They refused to let Merrick Garland become.
They refused those powers. They refused to give Harry Reid.
Harry Reid, in order to get anything passed, he had to get away with the filibuster rule. He had to. He had to do it. In order for him to get anything done.
Well, that's the thing. You always got to beware of the powers you give, because
you got to be careful of. But you always have to be careful of childish behavior. You're correct. You're absolutely right. Grown men exercising childish behavior.
To somebody, that's what we have to come back to you.
But they did not do. They did not do anything to any. They didn't do anything to anyone. They were trying to make democracy work. The Republicans was holding up everything because Mitch McConnell said in
the Democrats try to hold up everything.
The Republicans said we're gonna exercise the filibuster. It's never been used as much as it was used under the Republicans. Never in the history of the United States.
But who gave them the power? You did. You always gotta beware of what you do.
The filibuster rule was in place before Harry Reid suspended it.
You know
the
what?
The filibuster rule was in place before Harry Reid suspended it.
See, for me personally, Trump hasn't gone far enough with his power because he should actually do something in the. You look at what Obama did with DACA, where he created a law. A president is not allowed to
create a law. If he
Obama creates a law, DACA because
that's not a law. It's not a law. It is not a law. It is not a law. It's an executive order. It's an executive. It was not a law. That's the difference. That's why it's being challenged. It's not a law.
Exactly. When an executive. But
no, it is not. It's not exactly. It has the spirit of the law, but it's not the letter of the law. Do not try that. Do not try that.
That's so why are the courts treating it as a law?
Because they have an option.
Treating it as a law,
because they have an option to look.
That should be able to be reversed.
They have an option to look at it and say it is the spirit of the law, so therefore we can look at it and we can make a
thing as spirit of the
law.
It
is the spirit of the law. It is the executive order. It is not a law. It's not a law.
Spirit of a law.
And the spirit of it is a spirit of an understanding of an executive order. An executive order.
Every executive order can be reversed except for DACA.
Exactly. No nonsense. No, it can be challenged, but you just can't get. No. You guys have found your way. You guys have found a way to try to make that an argument, but it's not because it can be challenged in courts.
Why can't you reverse
can be challenged?
That executive order?
Just because the judges seen the inhumane part of it. The executive or the judges has realized the inhumane part of it and refused to go against it. It's not that they can't do it.
But this is why.
And this is why the conservatives. This is why the conservatives are trying to stack the damn courts in a conservative way, so they can reverse that and everything else.
A president doesn't have the power to create law.
He did not create a law. He did not create a law.
Why are the courts treating it as a law, Joe?
Because the courts have chosen to be humane about an executive order. They have chose to be humane about it. And realize that we're going to hold up this executive order.
Congress is supposed to be humane about it, not the court.
Congress is not sitting around making a law because they were over there too busy trying to block everything Obama did.
Congress is supposed to.
Don't give me this garbage. No, you're not going to try to pump that in here. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. A bomber clot, you're gone.
I proved my point.
You proved nothing.
What you did is run in circles saying,
you're trying to make something out of it. You're trying to make something out of blood clot. Man, I want here. Same blood clot.
Hurry out of here.
So Trump should create his own DACA, something.
Yeah, I want to hear your nonsense, please. Cha.
Just to use the power. Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yeah, come and run that by me. Man, I want to hear.
I have a question. Why haven't we thought about doing since this pandemic's going on, why haven't we just gotten absentee ballots?
Thank you. You know why?
Say that again.
Because that means, I'm going to tell you exactly why. The reason why we don't have a push for absentee ballots, is the exact reason why they pushed for that election in Wisconsin. Because Republicans always lose with majority turnout. That's the problem. So they don't want absentee ballots because they don't want people to exercise their full power to vote. That's what it is. They don't want you to be able. They don't want you to be able to vote. So that's what they want to do. They try to suppress your vote by not giving you the options like you just asked. A very sensible question, by the way, Trevor. That Jack Donkey up there on the screen named Harry Jokes, he knows it's right. He knows what you just said is right.
It's not right.
But you know what he do? He will not. He will not address it as such. That I like. You know, the only reason why I indulge him is because I know there are people out there.
Because we
The
don't have a
only
lot of
reason
time.
why I indulge him in that garbage is because I know there are people out there with that mentality, and it must be addressed.
What mentality,
Right.
Joe? I just
That's
said
it.
the truth, and you ran in circles saying a lie.
Again.
DACA is not a law, but the courts treat it as a law, which is insane.
This is why
Every
this is why
executive order can be reversed except for DACA. Doesn't that
No,
tell you
this
something?
is-
Doesn't that
this
say
is
that
exactly-
Obama created a law?
what is it? What did you say it is? What did you say it is? Obama what? He created a law?
DACA.
Okay, he created DACA, which is
Court
which
itself.
was a what? Which was a what? An executive order.
Executive order.
And-
and
okay,
every
then it's not a
executive
law.
order could be
Then you just
reversed by
lied.
the
You just
following
lied to the
president.
public. Then you just lied to the public. He didn't create a law. He didn't create a law.
Joe, you're the one who
made
kept
up.
saying
We're
spirit
just-
of the law. The
Yes,
spirit
and-
of the law. What
And
spirit?
at no point did I
It's
say a
not a
law.
law.
At no point did I say a
So
law.
it shouldn't
I
be
said there's
treated as a law.
there's
That's the point,
I
Joe.
know. I
My
know.
point
No,
is that an executive
No.
order should not be
Uh-huh.
treated as a law. It should
Okay,
be
so-
able to be reversed.
Okay, so here it is. Here it is. An executive order can be reversed, but because the courts see the humane side of it and say we're not going to reverse it,
That's not
does
their
not
role.
mean that it can't
That's
be.
not their role.
Yes, it
It's
is.
Congress's role to create
That-
the law, not the
It
courts.
is it's their job to support an executive order or not support it. And that's what it is. Yes, it is. Support or not support. That's why they took it to the courts. That's why they took it to the courts. They took it to the courts because they wanted the courts to either support or not support it. And because the courts do not support, and because the courts support it, because the courts, because the courts went and supported, you bum bastards can't accept it. That's what it turned out to. That's the reality. The courts hold it up. The courts are like, we support this executive order.
So you're
And
talking
you
about
can't- Okay, maybe you are maybe you are ill-equipped to understand it. Don't mean that I can't explain it.
to understand the
Don't mean that I
of a
can't
bill
explain
becoming
it.
a law.
I have
You
clearly,
don't
I
seem to
have
be.
clearly.
And the
Just
court
because you are
system should not
ill-equipped,
treat
just because you are
executive orders as
ill-equipped to understand something as simple as I just tried to explain, don't mean that I am telling the English that I'm giving false info. Does not mean that at all. You should try to understand it, and then we can speak on it. What do we got? Wow, 1 minute.
No,
Anything?
We could go a little longer.
Okay, why there's no Babs?
Babs doesn't have a live show today.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you tell me this when we started? There were so many other things that I could have squeezed in there in the last 20 minutes.
Come on.
You know, you're killing me here. Love Babs. Shout outs to her.
Harry lies.
Harry lied.
We know we don't have enough time, but he told me we had extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get my moment to get this out. I've been holding all week.
Are you kidding me?
Oh man. So I want to talk about these. I want to talk about these doctors. And do we have the name of that one doctor that I was talking about? Ah, Jesus God, get the hell out of here. Come on, Harry.
Get him out of here. It seems like you need to listen to this. You remember when we were kids, Joe? They used to play this every Saturday.
Harry, I don't want to be muted.
Here on Capitol Hill. You remember that? Because you don't seem to know how a law is created.
Why can't I make Harry jokes? Can we have a majority of the vote, Harry?
Yeah.
Actually,
you know what?
Actually, I
You
took
know
the
what,
power
Harry?
away from you. I gave
you know what,
Caleb
Harry?
the host powers. So if he wanted to knock me off, he could have.
You know what, Harry? I'm going to tell you right now. You have.
We should finish with that.
You should finish with what?
With the I'm Just the Bill videos to explain
No.
to your audience that all the lies you just said.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Harry. Oh, Harry, you know, I've come to that part. I've come to that. And now the time is here for me to say goodbye to Harry and his nonsense. So now, by the way, we talk about this, Fox News being sued for putting their viewers' lives in danger, which of course make Hannity all of a sudden start changing up his tune.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, not true. I saw the whole clip of that, and the hoax. He was talking about the Democrats' reaction to the coronavirus. That's
okay,
the
people, what
hoax,
I'm going to tell
not
you
the
right now, we
coronavirus
still have to stay at home, and then you got to be safe, because going outside and mingling too much is a danger. So you must keep practicing social distancing. Don't forget to wash your hands. We want to definitely keep you guys around us, and don't want to know that you're trying to digest chloroquine. Hydroxychloroquine. Hydroxychloroquine. Want to make sure that you don't do that.
Why? It's working.
Again, I like to give a shout out to the Democrats who stopped the Republican with that con game they were ready to put in the bill yesterday. Mitch McConnell tried to pull a slick one.
The businesses.
So I like to thank the Democrats for making sure that didn't just squeeze in.
Stalling the process. We're trying to save our economy, and the Democrats are standing in the way of giving small businesses the ability to pay their
once again, we are number one in the world, the United States, that is, number one in the world, you know. This time in a negative trajectory of new cases. We're pushing close to 500,000 right now. Louisiana.
2 minutes.
My shouts and prayers go out to you because you are the epicenter. We know that because we did the cancellation of stuff such as the UFC fight, as well as the Summer Olympics, the NBA, the Major League Baseball, and all of this stuff, we know that we have helped curb this pandemic. Help curb it is not even in the clear. We're not in the clear yet because testing has not gone into full play. But with that, as we said earlier today, we're going to watch the testing game and make sure that we're not guinea pigged in our community. Let's make sure of that.
Let me interrupt there because
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis
turned Summer Olympics to Sumo Olympics.
There you go. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, it took him long enough to finally shut down the state of Florida, which of course now have them heading into being the epic center. That's another one. We got the Detroit politician who said that Trump diagnosed of that drug. Oh boy, I don't even know where to go with that. I don't even want to go anywhere with that. I'm just going to leave that alone. Don't forget, stay at home order. Go ahead. What do you got to say?
I was going to say there's plenty of doctors out there, especially in New York, who are in the process of using hydroxychloroquine, and they're getting favorable results. Cuomo himself is allowing the hospitals to use it because of the favorable results. So just saying that. But have a good weekend. For those having the whole...
Harry, I'm going to come up to your house and slap you with a case of Ebola.
With Ebola? Well, Ebola is
Joe,
more
I'm
dangerous.
joining you on that one. Joe, I'm joining you as well.
You got some Ebola insurance?
Nope. Love don't live here no more, damn it. Now it's time to go. I had enough. By the way, shout outs to my man PX and what's his name who made this, Monty.
Monty, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Monty and BX with this track. Love don't live here anymore. You need to stay connected. We'll see you guys Monday morning, 7 a.m. to 9. Gentlemen, it was a lot of fun. And let's come back at this again. Harry, can you arrange something for us on Sunday evening sometime?
We'll see. Joe Ugly in the morning. In the morning?
We'll see.
Please.
All right. Yeah, let's look. Yeah.
Big Papa, Mr. Big Shot.
Let's look at Sunday. Sunday evening, okay?
Ain't no gas.
All right, guys. Hugman out.
In the club, check out the drip.